Today we're going to test a new version of the Sprunky Parasites. And it all starts with this main version of the Parasites here from our dear Sprunky. As you can see, all the characters have small modifications. Some others are normal, but most of them look quite different. And this isn't the only mod we're going to see today, because this is the first version of the Parasites mod. We can find some bizarre Sprunkis, like this yellow one, and even others that look a bit odd, like this tree. This is the new version of the Sprunky Parasites. The background has changed. Now it has a totally desert-like and dark atmosphere. And when we place a Sprunky like this orange one, we can notice it's changed a bit since the last version. Now its chest area is much more noticeable, and it has an eye that's kind of closed, not to mention the strange color. If we place the red one now, we can see part of its face looks weird. Also, its eye is strange. Man, this is so bizarre. We can also place this gray one. Wow, this one's really bizarre. One eye is bigger than the other, and there's also a stain in the middle of its face. Not to mention that its mouth is open. Man, this is really strange. The robot must have changed too. It's now a bit more rusty. Its eye also looks kind of dim, like it's running out of battery, and it's moving side to side. Very strange. The green Sprunky is more dehydrated. Its hair now has this weird green color, and it's also got a strange hue. Seriously, this Sprunky has changed a lot. Let's also place the gray Sprunky, and it hasn't changed, guys. It's totally normal, just like the old version, and also just like the original. But did this brown Sprunky from the bucket change? Man, nope, it hasn't changed. It's still the same. If we place all the Sprunkis, we can see which ones were modified, but they're not making any different sounds. Let's also place the VR Sprunky. And look, guys, the VR Sprunky now has really weird eyes when we place it, and there are numbers on its mouth going from 1 to 4. We can also place the green Sprunky, and man, its eye has become redder than usual. Not to mention that there's something in its mouth. It looks like some kind of grass or maybe a worm thing. I think that's the parasite that's already entered its mouth. We can also place the blue Sprunky, and apparently it hasn't changed at all. It's the same as last time, but there's part of its animation where it looks kind of weird. I don't think that's normal. Let's also place the sun. Wow, guys, the sun is totally different. How can this be? This spray is completely bizarre. The original sun didn't look like this. Let's place the purple one now. Wow, the purple one looks really strange. Seriously, it looks really weird. Look at that creepy smile it's got. Man, that's so strange. Let's also place this tree, and surprisingly, the tree changed color. It used to be green, but now it's orange. Not to mention that at the top, it looks like there's a worm. I think it's been contaminated. Let's place the yellow Sprunky now. And it doesn't have a face. What happened to its face? Let's place everyone to see what the song of these Sprunkis is like. We can see all the ones that were changed, and even some that weren't. For example, the blue one. But man, this is so bizarre. Let's place the light brown Sprunky now. It hasn't changed at all in this version. Did this other Sprunky from the computer change? Well, apparently not. There's nothing different about this new Sprunky. But what about the white kitten? Wow, the white kitten looks sick, guys. Look at her face. It's kind of blue. It's like she has something on her face. Has she already been infected by the parasite? And this pink bunny, man, the pink bunny looks like she's been hurt. It looks like she put something in her mouth. There's a stain on her. How strange, man. What happened to her? Let's place the dark blue Sprunky now. And it has these scary hands, man. I think it's because it's the last Sprunky we're going to place, and this thing keeps appearing off screen. Why is that showing up? Maybe we're not supposed to use this Sprunky. Yeah, I'll place it to see what happens. Wow, man, the screen went black. Look what you did. Wow, I let all the Sprunkies get infected. The Sprunky we placed turned into a tree with a mouth in the middle and lots of eyes. This is so bizarre. I really want to see how each Sprunky turned out, but I'm scared. Let's place the orange one first. Wow, it looks really bizarre, guys. The stain on its chest turned into this mouth full of teeth. Not to mention that its original mouth is split and full of really tiny teeth. Man, this is so strange. Next, the red Sprunky looks even worse. Look how weird it is, guys. Its head grew, and now it looks like it has a trunk on it. Not to mention that it has this really creepy smile. Man, it's so bizarre together with the orange Sprunky. This is the horror duo right here. I'll place the gray Sprunky too, and it seems it hasn't changed much except for this gigantic mouth it keeps making. Man, that's really bizarre. Could it be the parasite that transformed it like this? What's happened to the robot? Wow, man, the robot changed a lot. Why does it have this red head thing on it. That doesn't make sense. The robot wasn't supposed to have this. Not to mention it's got a mouth and lots of eyes on its screen. Very bizarre. What happened to the green one? Man, the green one hardly shows up. It looks like it turned into some kind of fruit from a tree full of teeth. This is so bizarre, man. What happened to it? It doesn't even have a body anymore. So strange. Let me place the gray Sprunky now. And the poor thing is traumatized, guys. Look at it staring and crying at us. I think it saw its friends get infected. That must be why it's crying and making that strange song. But what about the brown one? Man, the brown one's full of worms. That must be the parasite. It looks so weird, guys. Let me place everyone to see how this looks. Look at this, guys. Everyone here totally transformed by the parasites. And the gray one is just watching it all. It's the only one that hasn't been infected so far. Let's place the VR Sprunky now. And man, what happened to it? Its head turned into a bunch of mouths. And the VR it had now has an eye. So bizarre, man. Could the green one be better? Wow, man, the green one's terrifying, dude. Why doesn't it have a bottom half? And why does it have that smile on its mouth? Wow, that's bizarre. Its eyes barely show up. It keeps doing this animation trying to scare us. Very bizarre. Let me place the blue Sprunky now. And man, the blue Sprunky has a parasite showing. Not to mention that its eye fell out, poor thing. Man, this is so weird. Get out of here. I didn't like this. Let's place the sun now. And wow, guys, the sun that used to be that cute thing has been replaced by a parasite. I think this is the source of it all. I might be wrong, but this really looks like a plant. And I'm almost sure the parasites came from it. Let's place the purple one now. And the purple one turned into a skull. Man, that's bizarre. It was already strange in its normal version, but now it's gone to scary and turned into this horrendous thing. Let's place the tree Sprunky now, and you can't see anything in this Sprunky. You can tell this tree is kind of dark, and it's also dried out. Its branches all twisted. Man, it's turned from such a beautiful tree into this. What a shame. But now let's place the yellow Sprunky. And wow, man, the yellow Sprunky turned into this. Looks like a spider, right? With lots and lots of legs. And you can see several worms coming out of it. They must be the parasites. Man, this is so bizarre. Let me place everyone to see how it looks. Guys, look at the Sprunkis in this phase 2. They look so bizarre, guys. They're all so weird. Very bizarre. Let me test phase 3 now. Let's start with the sheriff. And wow, man, the sheriff must have hurt himself. It looks like he hit his head somewhere to be like this. Poor guy, guys. What if I place the computer now? Man, the computer looks really weird. That emoji looks so bizarre. Not to mention that the voice coming from the computer changed. Look how it is now. It's way scarier than normal. Let's place the white kitten now. Wow, man, she's opening her huge mouth. You can also see a parasite near her head. I think she's really been contaminated. Even her eyes turned into mouths. So strange. Let me place the pink bunny now. And wow, guys, the bandage she had on her mouth came off and revealed a ridiculously big mouth. It looks like she's about to eat someone. Do you think she was the one who bit our dear brown Sprunky? I'm starting to think so. Let's place the dark blue Sprunky now. And look at this, guys. It has a scary eye in the middle, and there are lots of worms here, like they're its arms. Could it be one of the ones responsible for contaminating the Sprunkis in the version that wasn't infected? It looked kind of odd and suspicious. Let's place everyone from this phase 3 now to see how it looks. Let's see them singing, guys. Man, this is so bizarre. I'll place 2 more Sprunkis to complete it. And wow, I think this is one of the worst Sprunky mods out there. Seriously, it's so weird. Anyway, subscribe to the channel for more Sprunky.